Thank you for staying with us, and we're in the last part of our conversation with Diane and Becky from Curves. Before the break, obviously we're talking about, what you'd learnt and valued with each other, but also just touching back on Curves, it works via a circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Could you just very briefly tell us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For those that have never been into a Curves, it is a circuit workout. It is hydraulic equipment arranged in a circle, and it alternates an arm machine and a leg machine, and then a waist machine. It works every major muscle group in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And what you do is you go from one machine to the next. There's a recorded voice telling you to change stations now. And also, hydraulic equipment works that the harder you push against it, the harder it resists.
Yep.
So there's no messing around with putting weight stacks on, figuring out how much weight you need to use for you. You just go as fast as you can in those 30 seconds, which is the time it takes to fatigue your muscles, and then the voice will tell you when to change, and then you go to a recovery station, which is like a little jogging square. And you either maintain your heart rate if it's in your training zone, or if it's too high, you want to bring it down just a little bit. But what that does is in 30 minutes you get what normally takes 90 minutes. You get strength training, which women need to build muscle mass and prevent bone loss. You keep your heart rate up in your training zone, so you get your cardio. You get your warm-up and cool-down, and then you do a 5-minute stretching routine, and you've gotten a complete body workout, worked every major muscle group, and burned up to 500 calories.
In how long?
In 30 minutes.
And there's also other women
Right.
on that circuit with you, so you also can be chatting as you go.
You can chat a little bit.
If you choose.
Not a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause you...
And there's no class times.
Right.
So you just come in whenever you can, and you hop into an open station.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's
And,
just
and
great.
what's so spectacular about that is that so many women, if they can't do the 90 minutes, somewhere else, they won't
Yep.
do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So this allows so many more women to be able to fit 30 minutes in their day because, as a woman,
Busy lives.
busy life, we don't
Yep.
have time. So it's
Yep.
just wonderful. Come in 30 minutes and you've done it all.
Yeah.
So it fits beautifully into their lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you asked Diane earlier, why did Curves grow so quickly? They tapped a market that had never been tapped before, and it's basically the 35 and up market. I mean, we do have young girls as young as 10, and of course we have people up to 100.
Whoa.
But the main
Yeah.
core market is that woman who now has children, she has a full-time job, and she maybe, like me, used to be the aerobic bunny, but she doesn't have time to do 2 hours in the gym anymore. But she needs to stay healthy so she can get everything she needs at Curves.
Okay, now you were saying something about research.
Everything we do is based on research. We are the only fitness company that I know of that backs everything they do with research. We have a 5-year, $5 million study at Baylor University, which is not only proving the past theories that Diane's husband Gary had, but now everything we do going forward is based on those studies. And we are just launching a fitness study, which will be the largest women's fitness study ever done. And when we get those results, it's just going to be amazing.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing.
Phenomenal, isn't it? Just back on the walk, how have you found the experience of being, firstly, like myself, one of the core walkers? We're here for the 6 stages, and we've also had people coming in and out. What's been, we'll start with you, Becky, what's been your experience of being part of this incredible team of cancer survivors, celebs, sporting heroes, and all the rest of it?
I think the word I've been using this whole time is surreal. It's been great to meet everybody. I really feel closest to my core group. And what's really amazing is that first group that we had, even though some of those weren't the core group, they left after 2 or 3 stages, I still feel like those are our peeps.
Yeah.
And
Explain peeps.
Peeps, our peoples. and while I'm here, okay, I know most of our audience is going to be Australian. I have to say,
this is funny.
okay, we're the minority here. We're the only 2 Americans sometimes.
Yeah.
And we love you guys. We love we've been talking about the difference in language and the words.
Yeah.
And we're just loving the Australians. So I'm missing some of those original Australians that were here at the beginning.
Because we had AJ and...
Yes, Chantel
Yeah.
and some of those people. And I kind of almost have had to detach myself from the new people now, knowing that they're going to be leaving. I don't want to get too close to them like we did to the group at the beginning.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do, and I feel like they don't quite understand what we've all gone through because we're still trying to trek on after all these days, and they've come in all fresh and
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, after about the 2nd or 3rd day, I think they're getting it. But I feel the same way. I felt a really neat connection with that first group, but it's been a fun thing to have a renewed group of people come in because they bring a different light to everything. So it's fun, and I agree with Becky. The Australians have been great. You know, I didn't know what to. I've never really surrounded myself around too many celebrities. Period. Anyway, but being around the Australian celebrities has been fun because they're just like normal people, and I wouldn't have known what to expect, and so they're just lovely and friendly and caring, and the cancer patients, I have to tell you, they've probably been the most inspirational to me.
And they've always been pretty much driving out the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, Scotty's been out the front most of the time.
Yes.
Gordon's up there a lot.
yeah, and you know what,
Rhonda's
Rhonda
pushed herself.
I mean, what a special treat for me. I get on this walk, and here's a Curbs member, Rhonda,
Yeah.
who is just, she has a bum knee, and
Yep.
she's trekking along, and you know, I'm so proud of her. And Gordon, always singing a tune and acting silly and just very kind.
I'm really curious to know if they're doing so well because they have gone through cancer, and so this is like a piece of cake to them.
Well, remember last night, you know, at night time, when we have dinner, we often have a talk and people are leaving and coming in and they do a presentation. And if you remember last night, John Scott said that, you know, sometimes we're all doing whinging and they were talking about the highs and lows. And Scotty said it's all highs for him because he survived cancer.
Okay.
And wasn't that a wake-up? He's never had a low on this walk because once you've gone through cancer
Nothing
and survived,
compares.
nothing compares.
Yeah.
So
What a
you're
gift
just
in
saying-
itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you've accomplished something like that, I
Yeah.
mean,
So
your whole
what a
life
merit.
changes the way you see things. Yeah.
Speaking
amazing.
of seeing things and taking it to a higher level, you mentioned ballooning.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the ballooning that both your husbands do.
Okay. Well, we have about 5, maybe 6 now, Curbs hot air balloons with the logo on it. Beautiful, like they're 60 feet tall, purple balloons with the logo on it. And we go around all over the world now, actually, and we fly those hot air balloons and we race them. And we do it mostly as families. Ron is a pilot, Becky's husband, and my husband's a pilot. And we actually got married in a hot air balloon, Gary and I.
Okay.
And it's just one of those thrills. It's kind of like this walk, too. Like, if you haven't ever experienced it, it's just fun to watch the audience and all the people just get excited about this giant thing. And it's just graceful and magnificent, don't you think?
I do.
Yeah.
My husband and I used to actually own a hot air balloon business in Palm Springs, and he's now the manager of the Curbs Balloon Tour. And the franchisees, I mean, everybody's happy when they're ballooning. So they put up a booth at a festival, they hand out guest passes, they always get in the newspaper and on TV, and I know Australia's asking us to come.
Isn't that cool?
You know, a thought came out of your mind, out of your mouth. Guest passes. I just, before the whole show ends, I don't want to forget that I would love to offer a 1-week pass to everybody who's viewing the show. If they would just go mention that they saw us on the show today.
Yep.
That go to the local Curbs.
Yep.
Tell them, and there'll be a 1-week pass waiting for them.
Oh, thank you so much
Yeah,
for that.
try
What
out
a great
Curbs.
gift.
And they
Yeah.
can find their local Curbs at
Yep.
curbs.com.
Yeah, okay. We're just about to wind up. As we do, just very briefly, can both of you individually look into that camera and tell people why it's important that they donate to Olivia's Cancer Research and Wellness Centre?
Yeah.
Start with you, Diane.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say that we all have to work together, because not one person or one company can conquer this disease. So we need everybody to support this cause, because the research is out there. We've got to get the funds, though, to do what we can to find a cure. And it's there. We're really close. I believe that. But I also want to send a message that, you know, today we can all do something. And that is that we can take personal responsibility for our health. There's 3 things that you can do today to help yourself. You can manage your weight, you can exercise regularly, and you can eat healthy. And you will lower your risk of getting cancer by 60%. So please take personal responsibility, take charge of your life, live your life, and then support this cause, because we want it to be gone. Let's not have to deal with this ugly disease any longer. Let's knock it out now, and we need your help.
Okay, thank you. Becky.
I listened to Professor Jonathan Saban, who I believe that you're interviewing later on,
Yep.
speak a couple of nights ago, and it was the first time that I really heard firsthand what the Ludwig Institute and the Austin and the Olivia Newton-John Cancer Center, everything will be doing. And I am so impressed. I feel so encouraged that we really are close, but I agree with Diane that it is going to take all of us together to support this cause.
Excellent. Thank you both so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you also. Please take them up on their offer of a week at a Curves in your area. You know the show website, conversationwithrobin.com. When you go in there, you'll see a link to the Great Walk to Beijing website. You can keep sponsoring myself. I would love to see the amount coming via the show to my own personal profile build, because it will show them how many people are watching community TV. So until next time, take care, keep watching the show, because we've got some amazing programs that are coming up that we've filmed on the Great Wall.
Right.
Thank you both for being on the show, and bless you both for having a company like Curves that strengthens women.
Thank
you.
you, Robin.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.